All right, everyone, welcome in. If you got a question, go ahead and raise your hand. We'll get started. Go ahead, Neil.
Scott, can you just take us through that last sequence when Tatum had the first basket to cut your lead to 1, and then you guys didn't call a timeout, got the ball into Brad?
Well, he won, I think, 2 players prior to that. He scored 2 easy. We're up 5. He scored within 3 or 4 seconds a couple of times. And when you're up the lead, you don't want to give them wide open, easy layups within, a few seconds. We had some miscommunications defensively. That play, Brad got open. I should have called the timeout. We've done a pretty good job with that. Brad gets open, draws a foul. That most of the time that they will trap you or foul you and put you on the free throw line. Unfortunately, he slipped on a wet spot, but that's on me. I should have called the timeout.
Lewis.
Hey, Coach. I timed that replay review at the end of the game. It was 2 minutes and 36 seconds long. I'm wondering what you make of that in terms of, does that feel like it had an impact on what the Celtics were able to do on that last possession? And do you think that replay system is working overall in the league right now?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It doesn't matter to me. Both teams can use the rest. We just want to get the call right. No matter how long it takes, you want it to go as fast as they can do, and they are. They're not trying to get anything wrong and be in a hurry. They're going to take their time. But yeah, that had nothing to do with us losing the game. It was a well played effort game. Both teams competed. Somebody has to lose. You hate it to be us. We had the lead, and we had a chance I think we missed 2 good looking threes, and we turned it over once. Those are shots we live with, and they made big plays. Tatum made big plays.
Fred.
Scott, what were you on that last offensive play where the Brad jumper rims out? What kind of look were you looking
Well,
to get?
you got to catch and go. I think that was against Denver. Same type of play. I thought he had another opportunity there, but give Tatum credit. They bottled him up pretty good. Yeah, we did. Unfortunately, we all were standing and watching. We had a couple of lanes to cut. I thought Russell had a cut, watching it live, and I think it was DB on the left side, left wing. I thought he could have cut, and thought he cut a little late, but they did a good job. Sometimes you got to give the defense credit, and they did a good job bottling him up, and he got 2 free throws the last time we ran that type of play.
Chase.
Hey, Scott, what made you go to Isak Bonga for an extended stretch there in the second half?
We needed some defense. We needed some defenders without fouling. That's why we have a 15-man roster. Everybody has to be ready. You don't get entitled to minutes. You got to come in. You got to defend. You can't foul every time down the court. Got him in the bonus. Got him to a lot of free throws. I thought, unfortunately, he missed all 5 of his good-looking threes. He's an improving 3-point shooter. I thought the way he was competing defensively, if we would have took care of business at the end of the game, I thought his minutes won the game for us. But you know what? He's a worker. He's been working before games to get this opportunity, and give him credit. He stayed ready, and he was ready tonight.
Tim.
Hey, Scotty, I know this is probably has nothing to do with what happened, but this is, I think, the 11th time in a row that Brad has scored 40 and you guys have lost. I know that's like a random stat. Is there any kind of correlation to like either guys are not, standing around watching him play or anything that's kind of led to that? Because that's obviously a pretty weird thing. It's not like you want him to score less.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I tried to take it out of his hands when he got to 39. It didn't work. I don't know. I mean, it's a strange stat. We're not doing anything different. He's a great player. He's going to have a lot of 40-point nights. He's going to have a 50-point night. He had a 60-point night. The guy is a flat out baller, and we have to be able to. Him scoring the 46 points. I thought we should have did a better job of not letting them score so quick in those last 3 possessions. But like I said, it was a effort. Both teams played hard. They're competing. We're competing, and unfortunately, somebody has to go away not feeling good about themselves.
Neil, do you have one more?
Yeah, Scott, you kind of alluded to it, the needing to play defense without fouling. Denny had 3 fouls in, 7 first half minutes. One, do you think he's the victim of, some tough whistles? And 2, even if that's the case, how do you guys kind of adjust his play so that he doesn't pick those up?
No, I mean, that's every young player. This is not an easy league. I think Brad said it pretty good last game. Tough league. He's going to be a good player, and he's a solid player now. But it's not. You gotta be able to play. And some nights are not going to be your nights. This wasn't his night. We played the Memphis Grizzlies. Maybe it's going to be his night. You go through that, but we do have to. We have to have a defensive presence without fouling. And I mean, his 3 fouls in that second quarter didn't lose the game, but we had to go with somebody else, and Bonga was next man up. This guy works hard for those moments, and thought he played hard. He gave us a chance to win the game.
All right, I think that's all we got, Coach.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
Appreciate you.
Obviously, a few things didn't go your guys' way late in the game. What's kind of the morale and thought process after kind of a deflating loss like that?
Well, we're all pissed off about the loss, of course. I think this is the game we could take to get that win. That would put us in a better position in standings. And it was a tough loss.
Ava.
Davis, kind of, what do you take away as, I guess, the main, not lesson, but kind of takeaway from that loss, when it's not like you guys were kind of falling behind big, even in the first half when you were struggling a little bit? It was just kind of, again, a last second thing. Like, what's the main point, I guess, you focus on?
Well, we already talked about in the locker room at halftime that, we played like crap the first half, and we were still in the game. We were only down 5. So we just put ourselves in a position that we can win every single game. And I think in the second half we just kind of started playing better on defensive end. That made the offense look better, and that's how we got the lead. Unfortunately we couldn't close it off. I think when we had the lead, Tice made some big shots for them, and that usually it wouldn't be 3 out of 3. He would have probably missed 1 or 2 of those, but he made big shots. Sometimes it goes that way, but you got to live with some guys shooting those shots.
Chase.
Hey, Davis, what can you say about just the way that Jason Tatum was able to close the game for them and get to the rim a few times there at the end?
Well, there's a reason why he's an all-star. Brad's the same type of player, and he can get to the rim anytime and draw fouls and finish. So he's a hell of a player, and there's a reason why he's an all-star.
In these last 2 games for you, we've seen you get hot from 3 at stretches. It comes after Coach Brooks said he thought he needed to do some things to get you more shots. Is it something that they changed in the offense, or you feel like you're just starting to knock them down a little bit more?
I think it comes all together. If I make a shot, then I guess it gives more confidence for the teammates to look for me, and also the offense coming together. I think more we getting to know each other. We got some new pieces. Russ is a big piece for us, but joining late in, like, very late before the season as well. Me coming late. I think it's just taking time for everybody to understand what we prefer on the court, and just once I make that one shot, I think everybody's looking for me a little bit more. So I think that's about it.
Kellen.
Hey, Davis, what did you see in that last defensive play where, Brad was double teamed? It looked like you were kind of sprinting over a little late. I guess, what were you trying to do? What did you see kind of develop in that last play?
If you talk about the very when Brad was double teamed on offense, I was thinking about you asking about defense.
Sorry, yes, offense.
Yeah, when he was double teamed, I saw that he's a little bit of a trouble. Like I tried to cut, just get open, but I think it was a little bit late for to get that pass. Time winding down, it's hard to be in that position and find somebody. And he still got the shot off, and it was close. So if it went in, nobody would ask me this question right now.
Bob.
Thank you, Chase. Thomas, Bradley almost made that shot under incredible pressure. Was his game amazing? I know you've seen a lot this season, but can you talk about the way he plays, please? Thank you.
Well, it's, not the first time. It's not a surprise. He can take the game over by himself anytime. And at the same time, the defense has to be on their toes, help. And that kind of opens up the game for everybody else on the court. And as you saw that very often, he's the reason why somebody else is getting a wide open look.
Is he more confident this year, or is he's reached, he plays at such a high level anyway, but has he reached another level with getting used to Russell and the way you guys have been played recently? Is he at another level now?
I think it was a very high level already last year. He's definitely improved even more, and I think the biggest thing is his presence on defense. He's put it on himself to guard the best players of every team he go against, and you can see that he's been doing a good job, and that definitely puts him on the radar for with all-time great players that they can play on both ends of the floor.
Thank you.
All right, we'll finish up with Quinn.
Hey, Davies, what went into some contact that you had made cutting across the lane when Brad was trying to get off that late game shot? Did you think that was a foul?
In my opinion, it was a foul. The referee said that because the shot went up already, that's the reason he didn't call it. But I didn't expect him to make that call, unless Brad passed me the ball and then I get fouled. So I think that's the call that they would never make to decide the game that way.
And is there anything that goes into your quicker starts from three-point range than typically over the last few games you've, kind of struggled throughout the first half, but really found your stride down the stretch of games? Or is it just how the shots have been falling for you lately?
I think it's just overall finally getting into that rhythm, with the being out with the COVID for 2 weeks. That wasn't easy, once I was already feeling like I found the rhythm before. And then for 2 weeks not touching basketball and then coming back again, basically starting all over again. So I think it's just right now I have the feeling like last season in the beginning of the season when we started.
Thank you, Davies.
All right, Davis, appreciate you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Chase.
Hey, Brad, just how would you describe, the closing minutes of this game and how this game ended for you guys?
First, praise my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Probably some of the goofiest shit I ever seen in my life. Slipped out of bounds. Gave Tatum 3 layups at the end of the game. I'm pissed.
Fred.
Brad, you guys have still won 7 of 9. What is the locker room like in a game after that, though, when it is a heartbreaker amidst a really strong stretch?
Pissed off because we should have won. We were in control. We were up 5 with 45 seconds left. We got to close that out. We got to win that game, man. We did everything we could have possibly done to put ourselves in position to win. We got to win. We're 7-9, 7-2 out of our last 9 is great. Should be 8-1.
Bob.
Hi, Bradley. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, hi, Brad. How you doing, man? Your great season. Would you take a moment to describe the last play? And did you think you nailed the shot? Because I mean, you were under incredible pressure, but it still looked like you got a good release on the shot.
I think the play was initially for me to really just catch and make a play, but I caught the ball right into a double team, so it was definitely a little tough for me to do anything. 2 6'9" guys guarding me, so I heaved it up and kind of prayed it went in, but that one wasn't answered. So
Also, could you real quickly follow up? Could you take a moment to talk about Jason and your byplay?
I mean, he's a special talent. Everybody knows our relationship. Everybody knows we compete. We pull for each other. So he's an all-star for a reason. He's a special talent. And I'm pissed off he actually had to get going against us tonight. He was struggling a few times coming into the game tonight, but he always picks up his energy when he plays me. So in that regard, I was happy for him that just from a fan aspect of him being able to get himself going and get out of his little slump or whatever. But I did hate it was against us.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take one more from Ava.
Brad, where do you guys go after this one? Do you focus more on the starts? That's something that Davis mentioned, or do you focus on, like you said, you guys were kind of in position to close it out and do that?
Well, we go home and we play Memphis next, I think. So we gotta realize that's gonna be a young, hungry, energetic team that we gotta face. And we can't have any different approach than we had the last 9. As mad and pissed off as I may be, as everybody else may be, we still can take a lot of positives out of this game and apply them to the rest of the year. So, you just try not to dwell on it too much. Look at areas we can get better, look at areas we can incorporate guys more, and kind of go from there. Be ready to go on Tuesday, I think.
Thanks, Brad.
Yeah.
All right, Brad. Appreciate you.
No problem.
Sure. Russ just kind of asked Brad the same thing. It wasn't like it was a crazy game or anything from start to finish. It was just the close there. Where do you kind of go from here after a loss like this? That's not necessarily like bad or anything. It was just a tough closing stretch.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to close the game out better. That's it. We gave them the game basically. I thought we did a good job of getting stops when we needed to, but not within the last minute or so. But we got to get our minds ready for Tuesday. Close out. Try to get some wins before the break.
What do you kind of take away, especially from this game being the second half of a back-to-back? It didn't look like you guys were fatigued or experiencing any of the things that kind of plagued you a little bit earlier on in the season.
Just we know how we need to play to win. We know the level we need to get to win games. We just got to do it for the whole 48 minutes.
Thanks, Russ.
Mm-hmm.
Chase.
Russ, just what can you say about the way that Jason Tatum closed the game for them as you guys, try to stop them there in the closing minutes?
I gotta look at film and see. We kind of just gave him layups after layups. He made a tough shot towards the end, but we just gotta do a better job. Containing. I thought we did a good job for the first 47 minutes.
Fred.
Russell, what did you make of your guys' execution on that final play where the Brad shot rims out at the buzzer?
I mean, it's obviously a tough position. I thought he did a good job of doubling Brad in the corner. We executed the play. We got the ball with who we wanted to get the ball to. The rest is history.
Anyone else? All right, Russ. Appreciate you.
Yep.